Hello everybody, today we will be looking at Wish.com Gilgamesh, or Gilgamesh at home if you will. We will be looking into his kit, traces, and Eidolons, as well as his fantastic animations. I'll be making a guide on him around his version 3, so stay tuned and subscribe for when that happens. I'll keep all the details for the full guide, so for this video we're just going to have the basic idea of Mydei. His name is either inspired by the word Myotis or Mydimos. One name is for Hercules or Zeus, and the other one is for Deimos, the son of Ares, which, to be fair, both of the names fit him absolutely perfectly, so I will not be complaining if they say it's one or the other. Anyways, kit review. His basic attack is the usual, scaling with his max HP this time, not the usual attack percent. And now we get to the juicy stuff. His skill, ultimate, talent, and God knows what else he's gonna have. For his skill, he consumes 50% of his current HP and deals damage to 3 enemies, scaling with his max HP. He deals damage to the main target and deals a bit less damage to the adjacent ones. For his talent, every time Mydei loses or consumes HP, that amount accumulates to charge percent. After your charge is full, Mydei enters the Vendetta state and takes insta action. Once he's in the Vendetta state, he cannot be crowd controlled, increases his current max HP by 50%, and reduces his defense to 0, while also increases his chances to be hit by the enemies. This also helps that he is destruction, so he has more to begin with anyway. Basic attack cannot be used during the Vendetta state, and when it is his turn, he automatically uses his enhanced skill. Additionally, when the tally loss reaches 180% of Mydei's max HP, he advances forward by 50% and upgrades to his super enhanced skill, clearing the tally HP loss by 180% of max HP, meaning he clears it to 0. For his technique, he pulls enemies and dazes them, kind of like how Argenti does it, and once he enters battle, he deals damage to everybody on the field with a chance to taunt everyone for 1 turn, and on top of all of that, his talent gains a 50% charge. And before we get to the enhanced skill, his ultimate restores 15% of max HP, dealing damage to 3 targets, while also having a chance to taunt the enemies he hits. If the Vendetta state is active while ulting, it increases the tally of HP loss by 30% of the current max HP. I think this means it just increases the charge thingy so you could activate your Vendetta state. Anyways, I'm not gonna comment much on his animations for now, since I am saving it for the official guide, but goddamn, the crystal animations are incredible. And finally, for the enhanced skill, which has a second phase apparently, but we'll get to that in a second. For his enhanced skill, he consumes 35% of his current HP, dealing AoE damage, and if the HP isn't sufficient, Mydei's HP goes down to 1. Again, he uses this automatically. Now, I don't really understand exactly how you get the super enhanced skill or what it looks like, but I do know what it says. You will be dealing damage equal to Mydei's max HP, not the current max HP, plus 100% of the tally loss during the Vendetta state. Now, for this tally HP loss, I'm just going to make a guess and say it's the charge mechanic he has on his talent, because that is how you obtain your enhanced state, your Vendetta state, and that is how you get your enhanced skill. Now that we're done with the kit, let's move on to the traces. For trace 1, when the battle begins, if Mydei's HP exceeds 5,000, every 100 HP over 5,000 increases the crit rate by 1.6% up to 48% crit rate. The calculations equal to 8,000 HP for a max crit rate. I know, you're welcome. This is similar to Aventurine's kit, where obviously he gains crit rate based on his defense. Also, you're gonna see a pattern on Mydei and Trebiz's stuff. They have very similar abilities or scaling stuffs with other characters. Don't pay too much attention to it, you'll see more of it in Triby's video. Anyways, Trace 2, during the Vendetta state, HP lost by enemies is counted towards the tally of HP loss at 200% rate. For example, if he takes 100 damage, he increases the tally by 250, not 100, which basically means you want him to get hit as much as possible by the enemies. And finally, if he dies during the Vendetta state, he will restore 35% of his max HP and will instantly leave the state. He has 0 defense while in this state, so it kind of makes sense for an emergency one-shotting stopping passive. And I forgot to mention, this isn't like a one-time thing. This can happen every time he's in the Vendetta state. If he dies ever in the Vendetta state, he can do it again and again and again, as long as he is in the Vendetta state and he dies. For his signature light cone, it increases the wearer's max HP by 18% and incoming healing by 20%. When using the skill or the ultimate, he consumes HP equal to 6% of the wearer's max HP and increases the damage dealt by this attack by 30%. If this effect consumes more than 500 HP, it additionally increases the damage by 30%. If the current HP is not sufficient, this effect can reduce the wearer's HP down to a minimum of 1, which in simple terms, it means he gets more HP, he has more healing when he gets healed, and when he uses his skill or his ultimate, it consumes extra HP, which obviously for him, it will always be over 500, so he will be doing 60% extra damage with his skill or ultimate. And finally, let's kind of have a quick look at his Eidolons. For his E1, he ignores defense when attacking, and when he's healed, a percentage of the healing is added to the HP loss tally, which basically unlocks the decision to use a healer with him, which you probably will be running anyway. For E2, Mydei's ult has a 10% increased HP restoration, and if he is in the Vendetta state, he additionally increases the tally of HP loss by 30% of his current max HP. It basically gives more tally for the HP loss thing if he is in the Vendetta state. It doesn't change his kit in any meaningful way, it just makes his entire kit work a lot better. E4, the Vendetta state now grants 30% crit damage and restores 8% max HP every hit he takes. Again, this is very good for survivability, and this works fantastic with the E1, which, of course, when he heals, a percentage of the healing goes to the HP loss tally. So, E4 and E1 kind of work amazing together. And finally, for E6, when he enters battle, he instantly starts in the Vendetta state and decreases the upper limit of the tally of HP loss by 30%. And increases his max HP by 100%, meaning he doubles his HP. His designs as well as his attacks are amazing to look at, as well as his app. Again, I'll be making a guide around his third version, so subscribe until then. I'm super excited for him to release, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is probably the Tribute version 1 review. Peace!